These are the best budget grinders of 2025. A question that I get asked all the time from customers, friends, and family is, which espresso grinder should I get that's going to level up my game but won't break the bank? If you're on the hunt for something similar, you'll love this video. Truly a crowd pleaser, I love the Eureka Mignon Notte. This grinder is the perfect pick if you're just stepping into the prosumer espresso world. Now, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of noise insulation or digital dose control, but where it does deliver is a super consistent grind at an approachable price. This is the base model of the Mignon lineup. It's simple and intuitive, nothing too complicated. The Notte is shorter than most espresso grinders and will slide easily under most kitchen cabinets. Inside, we are working with 50mm flat stainless steel burrs. I would say that they're optimized for like medium to darker roasted coffee, which is where this grinder shines. That's not to say you can't do the medium light roasts, but the lighter you go, you're going to notice a few quirks with some inconsistencies as you go lighter and lighter. Grinding for a double shot with this grinder takes about 12 to 15 seconds. The hopper here holds about 300 grams of coffee, which is just under your standard 12-ounce bag. Now, this grinder is designed to be hopper fed, so if you want to try single dosing with it, I encourage incorporating either a bellow or leveraging something like RDT to ensure that all of the grinds move through the grinder. In our retail store, this is a very popular option for folks who are getting their very first setup and know that the grinder is something that they really care about. It is consistent and simple and delivers on what they need. This is the Eureka Mignon Silenzio 55, which is the most recent version of the Silenzio grinders. This grinder maintains the same awesome noise insulation that the Silenzio was known for, as well as the analog dose timer on the side of the grinder, but now features 55mm flat stainless steel burrs, as opposed to the old 50s. That little boost makes a big difference. You get faster grind times, more consistency, and it handles lighter roasts better as well. This grinder features a heavy metal case, like you expect from Eureka grinders. This is what I like to call a one room away grinder. You can make your coffee early in the morning without waking up anyone else in your home. Overall, the Silenzio 55 is quiet, consistent, and flexible. Next up is the Baratza Encore ESP Pro. This is the newest member of the Encore family, and it feels great to use. This is the first fully stepless grinder in the Encore lineup, which is a pretty big deal. There is also a clear digital display so you can easily see your grind setting and can toggle from the single dose or timed mode for dosing. The ESP Pro is an all-around coffee grinder, working well within its espresso range and filter coffee. The Encore ESP leaned really heavily into its espresso range and gave a little bit less flexibility when it came to filter coffee. But the ESP Pro brings that range back and rewards a lot of flexibility while still giving great espresso performance. The ESP Pro features Baratza's M2 42mm conical steel burrs, which you will also find in the Encore ESP as well as in the Virtuoso line. This grinder is really for a household that is looking to be a one grinder household but loves the hobby of coffee brewing, whether that's through filtered coffee and with a traditional coffee pot, or as they add in more supplies, things like siphon brewers, or when you get that first espresso machine. This grinder can do everything well and will work for whatever workflow you're trying to apply, whether that's simple time-based dosing or measuring dose by dose and enjoying that single dose control and precision. And finally, our honorable mention this year goes to the LELIT Fred. This is a compact, stepless espresso grinder that has an all-metal case. This is an espresso specialized grinder, so it's for somebody who is building their first serious espresso setup. It's fairly easy to dial in and it's simple to use. But I will say it's not quite as ergonomic as some of the other entry-level grinders. Something that I found really interesting about this grinder is that while grinding, the hopper spins a little bit. This is on purpose and is meant to help bean flow and is by design. I think this grinder would look great next to another LELIT espresso machine, something like the Elizabeth, the Victoria, or the Anna. It's a really complete, nice set. Something that I've grown to appreciate working in the retail store is people buy grinders for a variety of reasons. Oftentimes when they're coming in looking for these nicer espresso grinders, they're just looking to really up their espresso game and bring it to the next level, but something often not considered is the noise level of the grinders. So having an opportunity to hear these grinders live is a really cool experience to have. Since we're online, we have the best way to do this is to hear them side by side and really appreciate sort of the tone quality that these grinders make. This is a really good indicator of kind of like the piercing nature of the sound on some of these. I'm just gonna grind for a couple seconds on each one of these grinders so you can hear that comparison. You'll have to let me know what you think of our top picks for 2025. And if you haven't already, be sure you check out the other videos in this series. Whoa. Cool. This one's just my favorite in this lineup, honestly. I mean, I think it's the most feature-rich out of all of these.